Hello everyone, welcome to the Ozark Outpost. This is Global War 85, Operation Skyhawk, U.S. Global Command 9.4. Okay, here we go with the tech. Long-range missiles, SDI, Advanced ASF, Advanced Airborne. Airborne, yes. ASF, yes. The other two, no. Keep just barely missing SDI. So, Advanced ASF goes to stage 3, and Advanced Airborne goes to stage 2. So it's morning again in America for Advanced ASF. See what happens here. That is that the 9 or the 6? That's the 9. So, Advanced ASF is completed. Hooray, hooray for the American. Hooray, hooray for me for remembering it's morning again in America. All right, I don't think that changes my buy any. No, it does not for this time. No. Okay, next up, global operations, diplomacy. Going to use the 2 free dice on, who did I decide to use those on? Oh yeah, Kuwait. Just because we can. We will try them on Kuwait. Okay, there's nothing to request nuke-wise. So, military aid and purchase. For military aid, we just have the NATO this time. Spending 10 to start a cruiser for them and to give them an attack bomber. That's it for military aid. Okay, for themselves, since the Americans have completed advanced manufacturing. Wait a minute, did I get that wrong? I did get that wrong. I don't get a -1 off the cost. No, I don't. I just get to take off the first. I made that mistake on both of them. So what am I going to do about that? Okay, then I'll have to get rid of 1. Sorry, I made an accounting error. So there's 5 to do that. We do not have enough for that, so that one gets saved. And then these 2, what are we going to do with those 2? Let us I think we're just going to save these 2. Keep it simple. Okay, now I got myself straightened out. So we're spending 5 battle stars to build a minor army base that is going to be built in eastern Saudi. Okay, we're going to spend 10 on a pair of next-gen MBTs, spending 18 on 2 more next-gen MBTs and 2 ground attack fighters, and 11 on a pair of Marines and an attack chopper. And then, as I said, we're saving 2. Okay, combat movement. Well, things are looking pretty bleak up there in North Pakistan, so they're going to go down fighting. The guys there are attacking New Delhi. We'll see what they can do. Over here in West Africa, the mechs and the light infantry make sure I want to do this. Make sure I didn't miscount. Yeah, the 4 mechs and the light infantry from Mauritania are going to attack Western Sahara. They are going to be supported by 4 cruise missiles shot by the fleet here. You got 3 SSNs that can each shoot 1, and then there is take your pick, either a cruiser or 2 destroyers that can shoot the 4th. The battleship from A36, 1, 2, 3, comes over here to shoot his 2 Tomahawks in there to support the attack. And then from the carrier, the attack bomber and the ground attack fighter are both going in to support the attack. No terrain. Oh wait, also the B-52 from Puerto Rico. He's going to come over and carpet bomb as well. There we go. And that's it for combat movement. So let's do guess it doesn't matter. I guess we'll get the New Delhi battle on the board first. Okay, here it is. There's no terrain. The Americans have 2 self-propelled artillery in first strike. The Soviet ground attack fighter gets to have first strike in defense. No terrain. Okay, so 2 artillery. Both miss. Ground attack fighter. That is a land target select hit, and since it's a 1, he can target select the next gen MBT, which he will do so. That hurts. Okay, the American gets 2 SAM shots. Both miss. Got 3 MBTs for 1 land target select hit. No, that was a 3 on an MBT. That's not a land target select, that's a general hit. Okay, then the Soviet has a fighter on air superiority. He misses. 2 early gen MBTs for nothing, and 2 next gen MBTs for nothing. Okay, so the general hit, they're going to take on an early gen MBT. That guy goes over there. This guy goes here. These guys go to the box. I said the Americans decided they're going to go down fighting rather than waiting to be overrun. So 2 MBTs attack, both miss. It's very unfortunate. Okay, early gen MBT, ground attack fighter, fighter, 2 next gen MBTs. Wow, just one hit by next gen MBT kills 1 MBT. There was 3 there. I was thinking there was only 2. So I shorted the Americans a roll. That missed anyway, it didn't matter. Okay, this time it is 2 MBTs. Okay, there is 1 land target select, and the only thing it can hit is the early gen MBT. So land target select doesn't really matter. Same lineup as before. Okay, there are 2 hits, and that's what they need. So the Americans are gone. As I said, it was going to happen regardless, so they made it happen on their terms, and the Soviets will take the early gen MBT as their casualty. So Soviets get 2 land battle stars for defending the zone. These back real quick. Okay, now I'll bring the stuff over for Western Sahara. Get that set up. Okay, here we go. The Americans have the 4 cruise missiles, first strike at 5, and the Tomahawks, first strike at 6. In defense, the Soviets have decided there's Sam. He's going to shoot missile defense. And then they've got 3 field artillery that will do chemical in defense. So, 3 shots of Soviet missile defense for 1 hit. So 1 cruise missile is shot down. We got 3 cruise missiles coming in. 3 cruise missiles and 2 Tomahawks. Okay, there's some big numbers. There's 4 hits. Of course, PGM, those are all land target select. Four first strike hits. Okay, now the Soviets have 3 field artillery shooting chemical. They got 2 hits. disruption and 1 kill. So these guys take their disruption, and well, the Americans are going to have to kill the light infantry. Okay, so that's it for first strike. So now B-52 carpet bombs for nothing. Okay, 4 mechs for nothing. Get rid of these stinking dice. Oh, wait a minute, I forgot to do their first strikes. That's going to kill these 2 and these 2, since those are all land target selects. Yeah, which means the battle's over. Yeah, it is. The battle is over because these guys have to retire on round 2. I just wasn't paying attention. Okay, so that's that. Land battle star for the Americans. And let me put Thanes back. Okay. With that one, that is the end of combat stuff. So now we got to roll our diplomacy for Kuwait. No joy. Okay, now non-combat movement. I'll do it off camera onto a card. The field artillery from eastern Saudi moves up to northern Saudi, and everything that is here in, well, the air won't. The air will stay behind. The land units here in Makkah are all going to move up to northern Saudi. Okay, so like I said, I'll get that stuff on a card off camera. Let's see. Over here, B-52 flies back to Puerto Rico. These guys land back on their carrier. Down here in Nicaragua, since the Americans have stage 4 of advanced logistics, they have 2 heavy airlifts, and the minor base can do 2 airlifts instead of 1. So the 2 heavy airlifts, the air cavs, are going into Suez, because again, since it's an American base, it can receive 2 heavy airlifts. The fighter can also airlift out of Nicaragua, and it goes into Suez as well. The airborne on Cuba airlifts out of there to be the second airlift into Suez. The fighter was one, the airborne is the other. Okay, then come over here and finish some sea lift and embark some sea lift. So the 3 next gen MBTs, 1, 2, 3, They go ashore through the major port in Picardy. Them right there. And then the field artillery in Sam in northeast United States, 1, 2, 3, they come over to A-19. Sea lifting. And that's it for non-combat. So now we're placing units. So we got an attack chopper and 2 Marines. Built there in southern United States. Yeah, built there in southern United States. Got a next gen MBT. Where is it? Something here isn't looking right. Well, I made a mistake there. Oh, no, I didn't. No, I didn't. Never mind. Got 2 next-gen MBTs built at the minor Army base there in Mauritania. And over here, move things up out of the way so there's no confusion. We'll separate them. We have 2 next-gen MBTs and 2 ground attack fighters built here in Macau. And as I said, minor Army base in eastern Saudi. And that's that for placing units. NATO cruiser goes on the build chart. They're at stage 2. And they get an attack bomber delivered to Picardy. There's that. The Americans are at 54 still. There's their missile production. And I'm sure they don't get any bonus. Nope, just 54. Oh, and I should point out, as a bit of housekeeping, that on previous Soviet turns, I made a mistake with the Celestial Eagle attacks. The attacks have to be made by an air superiority fighter at an undamaged airbase. And I did not have any ASFs stationed at an airbase. I only had them on carriers, and that's not allowed. So, sorry to the Soviets. I really, really, really didn't do it on purpose. Okay, we're on to turn 10. Ozark Outpost. Over and out.